welcome to this episode of Plus One Hobby. Today's episode's sponsored by Cyclone Hobbies. Cyclone started in 2009. You can find them at cyclonehobbies.com for all your land, air, and sea RC needs. Today's episode, we're going to review the Spektrum S2200 LiPo server, and with that, let's get started. So here's the box with the S2200 on it. This is a 2-port charger, supports multiple types of batteries. Just move the box out of the way just to show you, give an idea what the charger looks like. I'm gonna keep it plugged in, but so this is the top of the charger. You can see here it's got soft keys, one for channel 1, 2 dots for channel 2, menu button, and then you're able to scroll through the different menu options there with the arrows. It is a pretty heavy charger. I think it will do well on your table. Won't shift around at all as you unplug things. Unfortunately, I can't really show you what it looks like turned on for some reason. My camera's not working correctly, but still think we can have a good review. So if you'll see here on the side, there's got couple of USB charging ports. Also, this is where you can update firmware to the charger. On the back, you'll see it's got a pretty big fan. When you hear me turn it on, it's kind of a short burst of a noise, but very quiet fan. Once it gets started, you got your power button. I've got it plugged in there. Then nothing on that side. And then in the front, you're going to see it supports that both the IC3 and IC5 battery types, and you get to those by these different sliders, so you can actually charge 2 different battery types at one. The really cool thing with this is now you have no longer need those leads. If you have a non-Spektrum battery, so you don't have a smart battery, it still has the balance ports on there for the 2S through 6S. But if you've got the new smart batteries, there is no balance port to it. It's all within the battery itself, within the IC3 and IC5 connections. So this charger, it's a 200 watt power per channel. If you're going to do 2 at both at the same time, it goes up to 380 watts for fast charging. Charges and balances for the smart G2 batteries with just this one port here for the IC3 and IC5. There's no separate balance lead needed, as I mentioned earlier. The charger auto recognizes a smart battery, so if you plug in a G2 or the original version of the smart battery, it's going to automatically know what to do. It automatically starts the battery charging once you plug it in. There is no configuration needed. It automatically knows what you've attached to it. Again, as long as that's a Spektrum battery. It'll virtually charge any RC battery, but for those, you would definitely need to use the balance ports. Like I said, it includes the IC3 and the IC5 ports. It's got a 2.8 inch display. Another cool feature of it does have a countdown, a clock that counts down the remaining charge time until your smart battery is fully charged. Again, it's only going to do it, as I'm aware, on the smart batteries. Again, updated user interface, very intuitive menu. I turned it on for the first time about an hour ago just to go through it, and without reading the manual, very, very easy to figure out what it is you need to do. As I said, it's got the USB inputs and outputs on the side for charging, your cell phone or other things, but it's also used for upgrading the firmware. Your on-off switch eliminates the need to plug in power cord for on-off control. So it's detachable power cord. I've seen some videos where they said the cord is really long. I don't know that I would necessarily agree to that. It's about, 2 or 3 feet long. It won't go across the room like I've seen in some videos. It's like I said, it's a pretty heavy charger. It will sit on your workspace pretty nicely. It doesn't take up a lot of room. The fan, I'm going to turn it on here in a minute. It's very, very quiet. like I said, it's a pretty sleek and sturdy case. The feet on the bottom of it are rubber. So again, it's got the full length of the charger, rubber feet that grip the surface pretty well. And with that 200 watts of power, you're going to be able to charge things up pretty quickly. So let me give it a quick turn on so you can at least hear it. So real quick burst of the fan. I don't even know if it was audible, but it is already off and quiet. I don't even know that the charger's on. Unfortunately, again, with my camera, I can't do a good job of showing you the menuing system. But I just want to run through it real fast, just to at least talk about it. So I'm going to hold down the arrow pointing to the right, which is your menu button. And what it reads is it reads a task. So the task is, if I scroll up to that, and that's either charge, discharge, or storage. With the new smart batteries, it will discharge extremely fast to a storage level. Then you can go down to the battery. So the battery types. Again, it's got multiple batteries. It's going to do your nickel melt hydride or lipos number. It's got 6 or 7 different battery types that it'll support. Go back to the main menu, and I can scroll down to the cell count. So this again is a 1 through 6S, and it's very easy to pick that out. With other chargers that I've used in the past, sometimes it's multiple hits to one. You got to tell it the amperage. You got to tell it what size battery. This one is just picking the cell number. You're going to set the current in the next menu option, which is pretty cool. You can set the current anywhere from as high as 20 amps all the way down to 0.1. So again, your choice there. The next menu item is the start button, which is just to start the charger. But again, with the smart batteries, all you have to do is plug it in and it will start charging. I don't have a battery connected right now, but there's smart battery settings. So with the battery, you can then also tell it how often or how quickly you want to put it in storage mode. So that's another beautiful thing about the smart batteries. You don't even have to put it in storage mode. It will automatically go into storage mode after your predefined time, and that is anywhere from a few hours to a few days, and it's in hours. So it defaults to 72 hours. If you've used your vehicle and if you've charged your battery and you ended up not going out and running it, it will automatically put itself in storage mode after 72 hours by default. Again, you can set that up any way you want. The next one is system settings, and as I go into that, it's just about what is the backlight for the charger, the volume of the beeps that you're hearing. Do you want the completion tone to repeat or be single? And this defaults to repeat. The language, of course, we're in English. You can self-test the charger. You can calibrate each channel, but again, you need to have a battery connected to do that. And then the system info is just giving you firmware specs on the charger itself. So, and then you just go back. So those are really the only options outside of the charger history itself. So for options for charging a battery, those I've explained those. The last one that I'll go through is the charger history. And with that, it's giving you charging cycles as of today. Also gives you charging cycles total. Gives you your charger temp, your input voltage, and that's it. So again, it's extremely intuitive. I didn't read the manual at all. The menuing system is extremely clear, and I think you'd be very happy by taking this charger and putting it in your shop. So last thing I wanted to go over was the new batteries. So this is the G2 battery, new version. Again, you see that there is no balance lead to it anymore. It's just the charger lead. The balance lead is built in. So very cool. Upgraded technologies inside that. It's got its own chip. Like I said, you can define how long you want that to before it automatically puts it in storage mode. Keeps the cycles just like the old ones. This is still a hard case. It does have a metal frame on the inside. So if you are using an air version or surface, you know, and you happen to wreck or roll it over or what have you, this does have metal plates that go down the length of the battery. So great batteries. Definitely recommend those if you've got the smart charger. They're simpler and safer to use. Like I said, the balance charge comes through the IC3 or IC5 lead. Faster auto discharge at up to 1.5 amps. You know, when you're putting in storage mode. I already mentioned that the thicker internal metal side plates, integrated microchip that stores unique parameters to each separate battery. So again, it's not in the charger. Your parameters for putting in storage mode and cycle time or number of cycles, it's not in the charger itself. It's in each specific battery. So really cool features. Definitely recommend looking into one of these, and hopefully you enjoyed that short presentation. I appreciate it. Hey, I hope you enjoyed today's video on Plus One Hobby. You can now find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Please make sure you do those YouTube things and subscribe. Click that bell so you're notified of the next video. Like, share, and comment. And until the next time, have a good one. Thanks for joining.